We all know those mornings, the ones where chaos seems to orchestrate the day before it has even begun. A splash of coffee on a clean shirt, keys that have vanished into thin air, and the relentless ticking of a clock that seems to mock our patience. It feels like a story written for failure. But what if you could rewrite the script? Today, we explore how to not simply survive the chaos, but to command it. The secret lies in a philosophy as old as time itself, Stoicism. This ancient wisdom is not about a stone-faced resolve or a stiff upper lip. It is about the alchemy of turning every challenge into a profound opportunity. We will discover how Stoic wisdom can enhance our lives, transforming every spilled coffee and lost key into a stepping stone toward a more resilient, centered self. 1. Embrace your control. Stoicism does not ask us to suppress emotion or to pretend that all is well. Instead, it invites us to distinguish between what lies within our power and what does not. So how do you apply this, especially when your morning seems to spiral out of control? You begin by focusing on your response. Imagine your alarm fails to sound, and you wake late. The first instinct is often a surge of panic, a rush through the morning that carries a frantic energy into the rest of the day. But here, Stoicism offers a different path. It asks for a pause, a single deep breath to acknowledge the situation. Yes, the day has started behind schedule, but the hours that follow? They are entirely yours to shape. Instead of lamenting lost time, a Stoic mind focuses on direct action. Perhaps a lengthy breakfast is exchanged for something quick and nourishing on the go. A brief message is sent to inform those who are waiting, not with an apology for the past, but with a promise of focused presence upon arrival. These deliberate choices reclaim the morning. By setting a clear intention, to maintain calm, to be productive, to find a moment of peace, you anchor yourself. You are no longer adrift in the day's currents. You are at the helm. Each morning is a new chance to practice this art. The power to shape your day lies not only in what you do, but in how you choose to think. 2. A dose of gratitude. Gratitude is not reserved for perfect moments. It is the art of recognizing the good that persists, especially when things are not as we wish. This is a cornerstone of Stoic practice, for it shifts our perspective from what is lacking to what is abundant. This isn't an act of denial. It is an act of balance, one that builds emotional fortitude. As you wait for your coffee to brew, simply call to mind 3 things for which you are thankful: the roof over your head, the challenge of the work that awaits you, the warmth of the cup in your hands. These need not be monumental. Small acknowledgments, practiced daily, can profoundly alter your outlook. The Stoics teach us to be active participants in our own well-being. By consistently seeking the silver lining, we build a mental habit of appreciation. We begin to program the mind to operate from a place of sufficiency, not scarcity. And this practice ripples outward, transforming our interactions and making us more present and compassionate colleagues, friends, and family members. 3. The cold splash. This is more than a fleeting trend. It is a practice deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, the principle of voluntary discomfort. To begin the day with a deliberate, controlled challenge is to strengthen the mind for the uncontrolled challenges that lie ahead. A splash of cold water on the face or a brief, bracing cold shower is not merely about waking the body. It is about waking the mind. It is a tangible way to train yourself to meet adversity with a calm and composed spirit. The initial shock is a lesson. Discomfort is temporary, and you are capable of enduring it. By choosing this brief hardship, you are practicing a form of mental discipline. You are teaching yourself that you can handle stress, that you can remain centered when circumstances are not ideal. The cold splash becomes a vivid, physical reminder that hardship does not have to derail you. It can energize and clarify, setting a tone for a day where you are in control, not your circumstances. 4. The simplified to-do list. Instead of facing an endless stream of tasks that breeds overwhelm, a Stoic approach brings clarity. Narrow your focus to just 3 essential objectives, the 3 tasks that, if completed, will make the greatest impact on your day. This is more than a productivity hack. It is a practice of discipline and prioritization. You are cutting through the noise to focus on what is truly important, aligning your daily work with your deeper goals, just as Stoics like Marcus Aurelius advised. This simple act of writing down 3 key tasks instills a sense of purpose and direction. It prevents the paralysis of too many choices and helps you differentiate between what feels urgent and what is truly a priority. As you cultivate this habit, you will find your decision-making sharpens. You become a better steward of your own energy, a fundamental Stoic skill. It is not just about getting things done, it is about getting the right things done, with clarity, purpose, and calm. 5. Avoid early distractions. In our hyper-connected world, the day often begins on a reactive note, a flood of emails, social media updates, and news alerts. Stoicism, however, teaches the value of guarding our inner peace, especially in the first moments of the day. The practice of avoiding these early distractions is an exercise in control. By choosing not to check your phone first thing, you are setting a powerful precedent. You are affirming that you control your day, not your device. Instead of scrolling through a barrage of notifications, imagine spending those first quiet minutes planning, meditating, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee in silence. This creates a buffer between waking and engaging with the world, allowing you space to set your intentions and strengthen your resolve. Make it a rule: no phone for at least the first 30 minutes. Use that time for activities that nourish your mind. This habit is your first step toward a day where you lead, not follow, where you act, not simply react. 6. Gentle movement. Incorporating gentle movement into your morning is a profound way to practice Stoic control over your physical and mental state. By choosing to move your body, you take command of your day from the outset, refusing to let lethargy dictate your agenda. This could be as simple as a series of stretches, a brief yoga flow, or a quiet walk around the block. The goal is to awaken the body without overwhelming it. This act of self-care through self-discipline is deeply Stoic. It sends a clear signal that it is time to engage with the day, boosting energy and sharpening focus. Movement also stimulates the release of endorphins, nature's own mood elevators, which counter any lingering grogginess and help you feel more capable of tackling the day's challenges. Consistency is more important than intensity. Dedicate just a few minutes each morning to this ritual, and it will become a symbol of renewal, reinforcing the Stoic principle of daily improvement. 7. Positive self-talk. The Stoics understood the immense power of the mind to shape our reality. By consciously choosing your internal dialogue each morning, you can fundamentally alter your day's trajectory. This is not about hollow affirmations. It is about building a foundation of strength and confidence. This practice embodies the principle that while we cannot control external events, we always control our internal response. Instead of allowing worries to dominate your thoughts, consciously choose words that empower you. If you face a difficult task, shift your thought from "I'm not ready for this" to "I am prepared, and I will handle this with confidence." The Stoics even practiced a form of this by anticipating challenges to mentally prepare for them. By affirming your ability to handle whatever comes, you reduce anxiety and increase resilience. Take a moment each morning to speak these affirmations. This simple act can transform how you see yourself and your capabilities, setting a tone of strength for the entire day. 8. Conscious breathing. Breathing may seem automatic, but turning it into a deliberate practice can profoundly anchor your day in Stoic calm. Conscious breathing is a simple yet powerful tool for regaining control over your thoughts and emotions. When pressures and anxieties crowd your mind, taking just a few minutes to focus on your breath can reset your mental state. Find a quiet spot. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale slowly for 4. As you repeat this cycle, gently guide your focus back to the breath whenever your mind wanders. This practice engages your body's relaxation response, lowering stress and clearing your mind. It creates a moment of pure presence, reinforcing the Stoic belief in the power of the here and now. By starting your day in this state of inner peace, you prepare yourself to meet the world with a balanced and tranquil perspective. 9. Reflect on progress. Finally, take a moment each morning to acknowledge how far you have come. This habit is about appreciating the strides you have made on your journey, no matter how small they may seem. Stoicism does not only celebrate grand victories, it honors the incremental steps that lead to them. Reflecting on past challenges that you have overcome, skills you have developed, or wisdom you have gained reinforces your resilience. It reminds you that growth is a process, built one day at a time. This quiet moment of acknowledgement is not about ego, but about gratitude for your own capacity to endure and improve. It shifts your focus from a future destination to the value of the path you are currently walking. By recognizing your own progress, you cultivate the fortitude and motivation to continue striving, embodying the Stoic ideal of a life lived in constant, virtuous development. Beginning your day by reflecting on past achievements is more than a simple morale boost. It is a profound commitment to the Stoic ideal of continuous self-improvement. This morning ritual is a deliberate choice, a shift in focus from the impossible pursuit of perfection to the tangible reality of your growth. The Stoics, especially Seneca, championed the practice of self-assessment as a powerful tool for personal and ethical development. They understood that by carefully examining our actions and their consequences, we can bring ourselves into closer alignment with our virtues, paving the way for a more fulfilling life. This practice invites you to look beyond the what of your accomplishments and to consider the who, the person you are becoming as a result of them. To weave this practice into the fabric of your morning, simply set aside a few quiet moments before the day's demands take hold. Let your mind drift back to the day before. Perhaps you navigated a challenging conversation with grace, or you inched closer to completing a long-term project. Maybe you simply took one small step toward a personal goal. Acknowledge these victories, no matter their size. Appreciate the effort they required. You might even write them down, giving them a tangible form that makes their significance clear. This is not an exercise in vanity, but a quiet recognition of the power held within your actions and choices. The benefits of this reflection are immediate. It sets a positive, capable tone for the day ahead, reminding you that you are always moving forward, one small step at a time. This is especially powerful on those mornings when you feel stuck or overwhelmed by the mountains you have yet to climb. It's a reminder that growth is not a linear path but a series of waves, and that honoring even the smallest ripple of progress can create the momentum for the next great swell. Furthermore, this ritual deepens your Stoic mindset. It reinforces the profound truth that you are the architect of your own character, building your fate with the bricks of daily choices and actions. It resonates perfectly with the Stoic emphasis on personal agency, the belief that true satisfaction is found not in external rewards but in a life lived in harmony with one's own virtues. So, as you recount your achievements, look deeper. Ask yourself what qualities they reveal. Are you cultivating patience, resilience, focus? This kind of reflection moves beyond simple motivation. It deepens your self-awareness and enriches your Stoic practice. By making this a daily habit, you maintain a clear perspective on your journey, celebrating progress in all its forms, and remembering that every new day is a chance to build upon the last, moving ever closer to the person you aspire to be. Next, we embrace the practice of viewing challenges as opportunities. This transformative Stoic approach is perfectly captured in the timeless phrase, "The obstacle is the way," made famous by the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius. He taught that the difficulties we face are not to be sidestepped, but embraced, for it is in wrestling with them that we forge our character and sharpen our ability to navigate the complexities of life. So, when you rise each morning, instead of bracing for potential problems with dread, learn to anticipate them with a mind open to growth and learning. Putting this habit into practice begins with a simple shift in perspective. As part of your morning ritual, consider the challenges that may lie ahead. Instead of viewing them as threats or disruptions, reframe them with a question. What can I learn from this? How will this make me stronger? This is not about inviting hardship, but about greeting it, when it inevitably arrives, through a lens of opportunity. For instance, an upcoming difficult meeting is no longer a source of anxiety, but a training ground for your communication skills, a chance to practice patience and empathy. A personal setback ceases to be a failure and becomes a valuable opportunity to pause, reevaluate, and recalibrate your course. This mental shift is profoundly empowering. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your response. This perspective also requires an embrace of discomfort, a cornerstone of Stoic thought. Discomfort is not merely an unavoidable aspect of life, it is a potent teacher. By willingly stepping beyond your comfort zone to confront difficulties head-on, you cultivate the resilience and flexibility that are essential for true growth and fulfillment. This habit fosters a proactive, rather than a reactive approach to life's inherent unpredictability. You begin each day not merely prepared to endure problems, but eager to mine them for wisdom and strength. This aligns perfectly with the Stoic ideal of a life where every experience, whether bright or dark, serves a higher purpose, your continual evolution into a wiser, more capable human being. Therefore, as you begin your day, carry this truth with you. Every challenge is a stepping stone. Every difficulty is an invitation to demonstrate courage, perseverance, and adaptability. By cultivating this mindset, you will not simply endure life's trials, you will thrive because of them. You will see that every obstacle is a teacher, and every moment a lesson in becoming stronger and more resilient. Thank you for joining me on the Stoic Journal. To continue exploring how these ancient principles can transform your modern life, please consider one of the suggested videos on your screen. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.